Hello everybody and welcome back to City View Center. This will be my 2020 update to show you exactly what's been going on with the property. Today I'll be joined with my wife Kara Wolf, who's behind me, and John Cassity. We're going to take a look around and see what we can see that's different a little bit on the outside and give you a shot of what we might see that might be different on the inside. Anything that we can see. We're going to start from here and then work our way down. We'll probably eventually do down towards the PetSmart last, but if you noticed, Giant Eagle is actually closed here during this pandemic, which is interesting. It's the only one that I know of that is actually closed to customers. It's curbside and delivery only. When we pan down here, we got the Dick's, the AJ Wright, the Joann's, Bed Bath & Beyond, Office Max, then a couple smaller shops, then Circuit City, which turned into Bottom Dollar, and then finally down at the end, Walmart. And then over there was the Radio Shack. And amazingly enough, this building over here used to be completely overgrown, and they've decided to take the time and the money to rip all the trees out. So now we can see two walls that were almost completed, and the rest just remains unfinished. Pretty much the same as it was when I was here last, but now we can see it in its entirety. I don't remember for sure what this ever was going to be, but that's it. And here's a closer look at what is not finished here. You can see all the rebar posts coming out of the ground. It's supposed to help reinforce the strength of the cement when they pour the concrete over it. You can actually, if you can see the doorways over here, you can see the level of where the cement is supposed to meet the bottom of the door. So there's supposed to be a good couple inches of cement that's poured here, but it just never got done. And Kara found a puddle. Just don't splash in it.
Wouldn't even dare to.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it either because you don't know what's coming up through the water here. This is a toxic center. There's another thing that I thought I'd point out too. I thought it was interesting. If you look at these light posts all the way up on the top, they went to the bother and the expense to replace these with the new LED lights. And you can see some of the old ones over here sitting in front of the old Joan Fabrics here. So they're just letting those sit out and replacing all the other lights. And there hasn't been anything for years. So I don't understand their thought process when it comes to replacing stuff like this. Because the only thing that's open is the Giant Eagle. It's the only thing that's been open for years. As we take a look over here, this was what used to be the Fat Burger. When I was here last, there used to be an awning across the top of this that had come down. I don't know if it fell down on its own or if it was vandalized and fell down. But yeah, this was Fat Burger. Yep. And since I've been here, this was vandalized and then cleaned up again. They actually still have their little sign here that says, yes, they're hiring. But obviously they are very much not hiring.
No, you can't get paid in burgers. I would take that offer.
Yeah, pay me in burgers. I'll work here. Yep, there's the old Nail and Company. In one of these buildings, and I can't remember which one now, maybe it was the Radio Shack. This is where we found all those old maps and plans of City View Center when they first started constructing this place and all the other stores that they wanted to continue building with all the dangerous gases that are still coming up through the ground. I don't remember these M9 and M8 signs being here either, but this was the Giannino's. Still got the logo up on the wall. Looks like it's been cleaned up a little bit since I've been in here last. I think this is the one that had all the shelves in it with all the kids' toys and some furniture. That's all been cleaned out. Yeah, definitely don't see anything left in here. They fixed all these doors and windows and just cleaned it all out. I'm thinking that they are still wanting to lease these out real bad, so they've cleaned them up and relabeled them. And then this is the Radio Shack, of course. The old classic look. The unmistakable layout of an old Radio Shack. And then there's always the Radio Shack sign still up, standing proud. Then down here on the end, this is what used to be, excuse me, this was MC Sports. And when we were here before, there were still all sorts of display racks and everything inside. Some old signs. But now that's even all been cleaned completely out. Nothing left whatsoever, and the ceiling still looks like it's in serious state of disrepair. I know that there are several different windows busted out here. Oh, she's got a bright idea. Look at that. And here's some more of these old parking lamps.
What was this restaurant?
This was MC Sports.
MC Sports. What was that, sport place?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, honey, you need to take a picture.
Here's a look from the other side of the MC Sports.
It was like a sports memorabilia store, I guess.
It was like a sporting goods store, like another type of Dunham's.
Oh, okay. So like a Dunham's.
A smaller chain of...
To the old City.
Yeah, it did for a little while, I think.
I'll be nice and put that right back. I always didn't want to take it out.
Yeah, still have one broken. And this is the door that we can't open even if it was unlocked, because the sidewalk has come up to the point where it blocks the door anyway, so.
Wow, that's pretty weird how the whole building has sunk that much.
Yeah, but you can still see the bathroom back here. That is all torn up back there. That bathroom's destroyed. But yeah, here's a closer look at the bottom of the door.
Too well in there, but yeah.
That's how far my finger sinks down. I'm gonna have to review some of my past footage, but this seems a little bit worse than it was before when I was here last. Just look at this sinkage here. That's just unbelievable how much that has sunk. Just looking at this old methane filter here, you can see how much it's leaning to the side. It's just crazy. Several foot drop here, at least. Goes completely underneath the building. all the way under here. I don't know how much you can see, but it goes way down there. But everything has been relocked and secured, so there's no getting into this right now. And that's not how I operate anyway. If the door's not open, there's no open door policy. We don't go in, we don't touch anything, we don't take anything. We just leave it alone. That's my code of verbexing. And then next door we have the old First Merit that did become of Huntington for a short time. Last time I was here, the power was still on, but it doesn't look like it is now because all the drive-through lights are now dark. And this is the old Huntington and former First Merit Bank.
Yeah, I knew something was down in here. I saw that.
Cool. And yeah, it's funny, nobody's ever tried to explore this bank.
No, nobody
to-
wants to risk that because there still is power to this building. Light is on up there.
Yep.
So you definitely,
there is a light on right there,
you are
guys.
sure, guaranteed sure that there's an alarm set in here somewhere.
It's right here and it looks like it's off.
I bet you that's why they leave that light on to show, like, hey, don't fuck with the bank. Ooh, shit, man. But yeah, they don't want you messing with this photo here.
And this is the exit side of the drive-through tellers. You can still see the First Merit label scar on there, nice and clear. And here would have been the ATM, of course, all taken out and blocked out.
John, look up.
First Merit. Oh. Label scar, everybody. And this would have been where the drive-through for the bank was.
The last day was February 17th, 2017.
Wow.
Yeah. With this sign, it actually states that it's a hunt.
Oh, okay, Huntington. Yes, because see, Huntington and Giant Eagle, my dad works there. They got like a thing going on.
Yeah.
A partnership. So that's cool that this was a Huntington. Huntington's a good bank, so if they couldn't make it here, nobody could.
Well, since they got it in Giant Eagle, what's the point of having a standalone store?
As we come back down the plaza, the first business would have been the old Circuit City, which was also at one point bottom dollar. And they've got all sorts of letters on all these now.
Did you notice that, Richard?
What's that?
All these have master lock boxes, so
Yeah, for the realtors, when they come in and want to show it, they can have a key.
yeah, that's the keys in those boxes. That's kind of cool. But what would they show these for? Who would use them?
The condition of the building and the actual square footage, what might need to be moved, what might need to be remodeled. It gives them an idea of what kind of expense they have to manage with on the inside.
And look at, like, this place ain't that old, but look how rusty it is.
Yeah.
Just through a couple of years, it's rusted that bad.
Yeah, after 13 years, 14 years. Little to no maintenance done on it.
Well, thanks.
Now here were the...
Last time, actually, guys, right there where that sign is, there was snow on it.
And these are the smaller businesses that were here, and they've put new designations on all these, but these have
What was this
definitely all been cleaned out. I don't know what all these small individual businesses were.
one? No, okay.
I know one was fashion.
One of them was a fashion bug, but there's still mold problems in here, obviously.
Something here.
Yeah, Delph 96 North, whatever this is. D2A. Yeah, look at all that mold. Ugh. Horrible.
Old collected ones from the old building.
Yeah, I remember one of these businesses was just full of stuff. Leftover furniture and fixtures and lamps.
I think it was this one.
Yeah, all these old lights.
My friend came last time, they had like a drawing board in this room, I think.
Big sign.
That must have been full of these lights. Okay, well that's cool to see. So there's the brand new lights there, and there's the old lights. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this was the one that had all the stuff in it, and now they've got all the brand new LED lights that they're installing in this place. It definitely appears as if they have repaired all the windows in these storefronts. Here's a closer look at one of those LED lights that they're putting up there. That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, that was where it was last time. Let me see. Yeah, look at the plans.
There's a weight bench.
And there's a counter all the way in the back.
This one might have been the,
Fashion Bug?
yeah.
Could have been. It's hard to say now. And you can tell this used to be all boarded up, all these screw holes in here. They've since repaired all the glass. I just don't understand why. Why the expense in fixing this all up when it's just sinking in the ground. And then as we come down, the next big box store would have been the Office Max. It's one of the last businesses to leave this place.
I think it might have been stripped.
Damn.
Purposely for that.
Somebody already tried that.
And there's the...
So this one, they probably don't even tour. Yeah, they aren't even trying to rent out this building here, guys, because it's just completely bolted up. The Office Max.
It probably stinks till all get out.
Yeah, a lot of these did smell really bad when we had the chance to go in.
Really?
Yeah.
They smell like the
Methane gas, yeah.
watch that mill.
Yeah.
Then down from the Office Max, we came to Bed Bath and Beyond. Let's see if there's anything to see inside here. There was the for lease sign.
So next to the Office Max was the Bed Bath and Beyond. And you can't really see much in here either, but
If you go over,
Yeah, it's just an empty shell from what I can see here. The windows are a little bit dirty.
okay, yeah. Let me zoom in a little. Yeah, it's empty too.
Yeah, they've definitely reinforced the locks here. Try to get one more look in here, one of these windows. There we go. I think that's a little bit better of a look. And as we continue down from the Bed Bath & Beyond, we come to the next one, which was the old Joan Fabrics. Yep. Someone threw a rock and busted one pane of glass.
But didn't break the other one.
Didn't quite get through to the other side. Cowards. It's a shame that people have to spend their time just vandalizing things just because and not respect the property. That's pretty much all there is. So the Joann's. As I point out in most of my other videos, you can tell this is a Joann's just because of the fact that the lights are all set diagonally instead of horizontally or vertically through the store. And then as we continue farther from the Joann's, we come to what opened originally as A.J. Wright and then eventually became Marshall's. It's just weird. In a way, I'm happy that they fixed this all back up again, but I'm still curious as to why they fixed it all up. It's not like there's anything in here of any type of value, but at the same time, they probably want to keep the crime rate down and discourage people from coming in here and doing all sorts of illegal activities or having someone get hurt. But if they're that worried about it, instead of fixing it all up, why not level it? Because it's just going to sit here and rot anyway, because no one's going to be taking care of the roof, I'm pretty sure, and eventually that is just going to fail. Roofs don't last forever. And then finally, right before we get to the Giant Eagle, is the former Dick's Sporting Goods. Looks like they've replaced a lot of windows in this place, but let's take a closer look and see if they did anything inside. And it's still just an empty shell. I think there used to be a couple boxes and maybe even a shopping cart up here in the front at one point, but I don't think those are there anymore. Well, everybody, that's going to conclude my 2020 update here at the City View Center here in Garfield Heights. There is one more place that I want to get to, but I can't get to it right now. There's security down on the other end here for Giant Eagle. The store is closed due to the pandemic currently, so they have someone watching the outside. But I'll come back and do the PetSmart and the other buildings down there at another point. Just stay tuned for that. I want to thank John Cassity for coming out here with us today to accompany us and take a look around inside today. Make sure you check out his channel. The link will be down in the description below. If you want to see the inside of some of these buildings, you can check out the playlist that I'll post up down here in the corner at the end of the video. You can check out all the different places that I showed you here on the outside from the inside. Thank you all so much for watching. Keep it real, and I will see you in the next video.